Well, good evening, volleyball fans. Welcome to Mississinewa High School for today's IHSAA Sectional 23 action for game number 1 between Fort Wayne Bishop Brewers and the Norwell Lady Knights. Today's IHSAA Sectional 23 action on the Tribe Sports Network is presented by Hometown Animal Hospital. If you need to take your animal to the vet, be sure and visit Mary, Gary, and the gang over at Hometown Animal Hospital at 94 Schaefer Drive in Gas City. So Norwell's going to get the ball first to serve. Now we're getting ready to get Sectional 23 action underway here in Fringery Courts in Gas City, and we're underway. Lures is going to send it over the net and get their first point of the first round game here in sectionals. Lures leads 1-0. Here's a serve across the net, and it's going to be an ace for Lures, 2-0. Second serve. Lady Knights almost had it that time. Here is a point for Lures, their third point of the game. Lures is going to get their fourth point of the match, and they're leading 4-0. A reminder, each match goes to 25. First team 25 will win. This is number 10 for Lures, Jelena Gerard serving, and a line drive across the net. Norwell is going to set it up with a spike. This is number 2. Gabby North, and it's a little bit outside of the box. It's going to be a point for Norwell. Number 15, Caitlin Weekle, is going to go back to serve for the Lady Knights. And here is a little rainbow over the net. It's going to be set, and a torpedo by Gabby North gets the Fort Wayne Bishop Brewers their 5th point of the match. So far, so good for Lures here in the first set. This is Gabby North back to serve. This is a line drive right at Weekle. Norwell having problems. So 5-1. Norwell is having some issues trying to figure out what Lures is trying to do here. North is going to go back to serve once again. Here it is. Norwell talking, figuring out what they're going to do. Going to toss it around here. And the objective is to get it over the net, and Lures does that. There's a spike and a point for Savannah Albertson. She's a junior, and Lures right now is doing everything they need to do to win this sectional game.
Dalton Lures came to play tonight.
Lures looks very, very good here in the first round in the first set. There's There's a spike from the Lady Knights, but Lures is all over it. And here comes a spike from the far side by Abby Leja. Right now, Norwell and Lures both playing very good. They just keep hitting the ball back and forth to each other. Over the net, Leja gets it, and now Norwell's going to try to counter. Again, Lures ate it up. Leja with a little rainbow over that, trying to sneak one in a hole, and Norwell was all over it. Here comes a torpedo and a point from Abby Leja. 8th point for Lures and a timeout by Norwell. So, right now, we're back out of the timeout, and Lures is serving again, and as we just talked really good about Lures, they serve it right into the net. And now Norwell gets their 2nd point of the match, and number 4, Morgan Cameron's going to go back to serve. So let's see if Norwell can get something going here. That ball looked like it was going to go out, and Lures did him a favor. Here is a point from Norwell because the ball was out of bounds. So Cameron going to try it again. Over the net. Lures is going to dig it in a set. And here comes a spike from number 26, Samara Buda, and she gets Bishop Lures their 9th point. The libero, number 11, Madison Fraunfelder, is going to check in to go back to serve for Lures. To serve, and it just nips over the net somehow for Lures. And a spike from Kylie Top goes out from Norwell. And right now, Lures controls this first set. This is the first of 2 games here tonight in Gas City. The next game is the Marion Giants, a Grant County team, taking on the Belmont Lady Braves. So that game will be coming up momentarily after this game. And here is a point Norwell, and out of the timeout, Norwell looking to get some momentum rolling here in this first set and try to crawl their way back in. Lauren Lip comes in, and we got a lefty back to serve. That is Breanne Barger. Here's a spike. That boy, oh boy, she put some fire to that one. We're going to have a point Lures. So just when Norwell tries to crawl their way back in, Lures capitalizes. There's a set and a spike. A little tip over the net and another Lures point. Boy, oh boy. Lures is looking tough here in this first one. Who's back to serve? Number 26, Sarah Buda. Little set over the net. And a point from Lures. Lures is eating alive Norwell right now. Whatever Norwell does, Lures just comes right back and shows them what's going on. Buda with a little serve over the net. Here's a set and a spike. And again, Lures eats it up. There's a spike. And it looked like it was blocked. But Lures has now stretched the lead to 10 at 14-4 here in the opening set. Let's try it again. Buddha. There's a spike from Norwell, and it was blocked. It wasn't blocked hard enough, and Norwell gets their 5th point. So right now, it's 14-5 here in the first set. It's the best of 5. And right now, Lewis looks to be on their way to their first win of the 2017 IHSAA Girls Sectional 23 tournament. And out of bounds again. Right now, I think Norwell looks to be a little bit nervous, Ryan. As you kind of look at them, they look to be very nervous. You know, it's sectionals. They know their season's on the line.
Yes, it's sectional afraids, as you can say. All the work comes into here.
15-6. You know, Ryan, I'm kind of excited to see what Marion has for Belmont. You know, Belmont's projected to win this sectional. You know, Mississinewa and Belmont projected to be in the championship game, and because of Belmont's success, Belmont is projected to win this sectional. So let's see if we might have an upset there in game number 2 here tonight. Let's see if Marion might have something for them. And my first time watching Marion so far this year in 2017, with them being a Grant County team, you'd think I'd have a little more opportunities to watch them. But tonight's my first night getting to watch the Marion Giants, so it ought to be a good one.
Yes, game number 2 should be an excellent match, and we are extremely excited.
A torpedo down the far side by Gabby North. Boy, oh boy, she's got some fire to her here tonight. She's probably scored 8 of Lure 17 off of a spike. I believe the correct term is a kill. Here's a Norwell point. Oh, wait a minute. They gave it to Lewis. So maybe one of the Norwell girls got into the net or crossed over that center line, and that would cause for them to maybe lose a point. So here's a serve over the net. Norwell seems to be a little bit confused on their assignments here. And a ball just slips right into the hole. And another point for Lures. Here's a timeout by Norwell. 19-16 in the first set. We're back in 30 seconds on the Tribe Sports Network. Back at Mississinewa High School, we're going to try to get you a few of our corporate sponsor commercials played here over the next few timeouts and give them a little bit of respect. We're still trying to work on that, get our sponsorship figured out. We'll definitely have that ready for basketball season. Here's a set and a spike from Lures, and I'm telling you what, Ryan, Gabby North is playing a well of a first set.
Yes, she has some fire in her.
She's definitely anything but bad. I mean, she's just tearing it up right here in this first set. We definitely will need to talk to her after the game. We'll try to do our best to get her up here and talk to her. And an ace for Lures. It was number 27, Catherine Napke.
21-6, Bishop Lures in the first set.
That one was just a line drive. And it goes outside of the box, is like what I like to call it, because it's kind of a big box drawn the white line, and it sails out of bounds for a Norwell point, and they're down 14. So I think Norwell is possibly going to drop this first set.
Yes.
There's a set And here comes North again. This time, it's a no-go. North again, just a little tip over the net. She's trying everything she can to cause havoc for Lures, or for Norwell, rather. And Lures gets their 22nd point. And here comes a substitution. Number 26, Sarah Buddha, replaces number 13, Libby Beerbaum.
And another one sailed across. Line drive.
22-8. Norwell trying to get a little bit more momentum so that way in the second set they can try to play Lures a little bit closer. A little hesitation by Buddha and a spike over the net gets Lures another point. And boy, I liked how she just kind of hesitated and acted like she didn't know what she was going to do. And Norwell kind of scattered and she hit it and it dropped right in for another point. Here's North, the team inspiration here in the first set. I wonder if North's going to go play college volleyball anywhere, because she definitely looks like she could probably do that. Let's see. A reach over the net is the call on Madison Fraunfelder, or no. Brianne Barger. I was looking at the wrong team. And that gives Lures their 24th point, and we're down to the match point. Here's a serve by North. It looks like it may be an ace, but Norwell's going to try to save it, and they get it over the net. Boy, oh boy, good job by Norwell there. Here's a spike, get a point. Savannah Albertson gets the spike, and Lures is going to go on to win the first set 25-8. So Lures wins that first set 25-8. And they're up 1-0 here. We'll try to get you a commercial from State Farm, Agent Dennis Roach, here in just a few minutes. The Chicago Cubs and the Washington Nationals are going to meet up here in just a little bit for game number 5. This game decides who is moving on and who's going home.
That Cubs game and Nationals games will start at 8:08 p.m.
Before before we get back underway, we're going to go ahead and play a commercial from our corporate sponsor, Dennis Roach, State Farm Agent.
In Grant County, you know how much it means to have neighbors you can count on, like the Cookout Kings who invite you over every weekend for Burger Palooza. Well, here's another good neighbor you can count on. I'm State Farm Agent Dennis Roach. My team and I are here to help life go right when you combine your home and auto insurance, which can save you money and time. So combine home and auto and start the savings rolling. Call me, State Farm Agent Dennis Roach at 674-9831, 674-9831, and get to a better state with State Farm.
And we're getting off and underway for set number 2.
Lewis is going to serve. The Belmont girls and the Marion girls looking on to see possibly who they may play Saturday morning. Let's see if Gabby North can continue her fire here in the second set. There's a little spike and a tip over the net from Norwell. But Lewis capitalizes, and a point goes to Norwell, and they have their first lead of the IHSAA Sectional 23 action. Again, this game is presented by Hometown Animal Hospital. If you need to take your animal to the vet, be sure and visit Mary, Gary, and the gang over at Hometown Animal Hospital at 94 Schaefer Drive in Gas City. Our coach's interview will come up after the game. That is presented by State Farm Agent Dennis Roach.
And the kill goes to Norwell.
Good. Yep, so looked good on that play. Savannah Albertson. And she got way up in the air, and boy, oh boy, she tied it up. And Lures looks serious here. Here's Gabby North back to serve. See if she's going to continue her fire, as I said a minute ago. Lures getting all kinds of breaks. Norwell hits it into the net for Lures' second point. Katie Kinline, the coach of Norwell, not too happy with her team right now. And here's a little spike over the net, and it's out. And it's going to be 3-1 Lures. Three to 2, Lures leads with Norwell to serve. Here is Kylie Top. She gets over to the net, and somehow, some way, Lures finds a way to capitalize. Here's a block and a point for Lures. How about that play, Ryan?
That was incredible.
They just jump up at the same time and ate it alive. The libero to serve is Madison Frauenfelder. And 4-2. They're now 5-2. Lures is just sailing through this game. Serve over the net. The spike. Boy, oh boy, Lures ate it up. I'm telling you what. Fort Wayne Bishop Lures looks as good as any volleyball team I've seen so far in 2017. They're ready to play here tonight. They come out with this kind of fire. If they were to make it to Saturday, boy, I'm telling you, the winner of Marion and Belmont, they're going to have their hands full against this Lures team if they were to somehow make it. And here's a point from Norwell. Norwell fans that are watching at home keep on wanting me to talk good about Lures because every time I say something good about Lures, Norwell comes back and scores.
Yeah, that's right.
So they're proving me wrong here. So if you're a Norwell fan, I'll try to do my best to talk good about Lures so you guys can get some more points on the board. There's a set and a spike. That ball was spiked by Kennedy Glenn. Ball barely missed and went out of bounds. Abby Leisure tried to get Lures their 7th point. The Mississinewa Lady Indians volleyball team will be in action Saturday at about approximately 11:30, in between 11:30 and noon is what they're hoping here. Depending on how smoothly the first game goes on Saturday, that game starts at 10 a.m. There's a serve and it goes into the net. And now, Norwell is only down 2 at 7-5. So the teams in this sectional include Heritage Christian, they're the Patriots, the Mississinewa Lady Indians, the Belmont Braves, the Norwell Lady Knights, the Marion Giants, and the Fort Wayne Bishop Lures. So the winners of tonight's games, game number 1 and game 2, they will play Saturday morning at 10 a.m. as they will try to advance to the championship round. And then Mississinewa will play following the first game on Saturday. Mississinewa will play at 11:30, and they will try to make it to the championship game as well. We have all the coverage of the IHSAA Girls Sectional 23 action live here on the Tribe Sports Network. Norwell hanging around here in this second set, and here is a point, and it goes to Lures. 9-5. Back to Mississinewa High School on the Tribe Sports Network. 9-6. Lures leads over Norwell. Here's a serve over the net, and it goes straight into the net. And Lures with their 10th point, and they lead by 4 over Norwell. Game number 2 features the Marion Lady Giants and the Belmont Lady Braves. Belmont, a pretty good volleyball team over the last several years. Going to look to get their win tonight over Marion. And here's a little serve that just nips over the net. And a point goes to Lures. Somehow, someway, Norwell keeps getting into that net or stepping over the center line, and it just is killing them right now. Mistakes and errors is going to hurt, especially when you're in sectional competition. Here's a line drive serve, and it goes out of bounds. Norwell going to try to crawl their way back in. Is a serve. Can't thank the Tribe Sports Network crew enough. We have Chase Whitehead on the graphics and the camera here tonight, along with Seth Kashanik. Seth Kashanik also up here doing a great job. And Ryan Scott from the RJ Baskin Middle School learning the ropes here tonight and trying to do his best to learn what the Tribe Sports Network is all about here tonight. Here's a set, and a point goes to Norwell. Boy, oh boy, I don't know what happened there. It kind of confused me. 12-9. Every time Lures gets up to a 4-point lead, Norwell crawls right back and goes right back at him. Here is number 11, Brianne Barger's serve. Here's a set. Lures. Here's Gabby North. She tore it up in the first set and hits it right into the net. And Norwell's going to get their 10th point, and they're only down by 2. Here comes Norwell. They've got the momentum built up here in the second set, 12-11. Gabby North back to serve for Lures. Boy, oh boy, she tore it up in the first set. I bet she had 16 of Lures' 25. Here's a spike, and it's out of bounds. Kennedy Glenn, a little too strong, and Norwell is still in this game, 13-12. After losing the first set, 25-8, Norwell has found a little bit of momentum, and they are right back in this ball game. Here's a set. And a spike, and it goes out of bounds. Norwell with another point. They lead over Lures 15-13. And I'm telling you what, Jeray Hampton, the coach of Lures, is just kind of looking in confusion. There's a set and a spike. And Lures comes right back at Norwell. And it's 15-14. Lures going back to serve is Madison Fraunfelder. She's serving for Lures as Lures tries to tie it up here. Fraunfelder had 2 or 3 aces here in the first set. She's going to try and get another one here. Not going to happen. There's a little tip over the net. Lures was all over it. Another tip. Norwell gets it over the net. That's the objective here. And a spike and a point. That goes to Catherine Napke. 15-15, tied up here in the second set. Here's a serve over the net. (16-15), Norwell with the lead. Going to try to pick up a set win here and tie things up at 1-1. Again, it's the best of 5. Lures leads in the sets, and as a point goes to Lures. For some reason, I keep on seeing points going over to Lures. I'm not exactly seeing the call, but if I was to guess, it's because one of the Norwell girls gets into the net or she crosses over the center line. Libby Bierbaum in to serve for Lures with a tied 16-16. Here is a set, and here comes a little spike, and it was almost blocked, and Norwell just gave up on it. So Abby Leja gets a point here for Lures, and they're up 17-16. This set's going to go down to the wire. Bierbaum to serve again. This one goes out of bounds, and we're tied up at 17. I think it's going to be the last team that has The team to serve when they have 24 is going to be the team that wins. By the way that this set has gone so far. Again, coming up after this game, we got a Grant County team and the Marion Lady Giants, and they're going to match up with a very good Belmont Lady Braves team. Belmont has had a lot of success over the past 2 or 3 years in this volleyball sectional. 18-17. Norwell with a lead. And a timeout. 18-17. Norwell leads. Back after this on the Tribe Sports Network. Back at Mississinewa High School, 18-17. Norwell leads over Lures. Game number 2, we're going to have a new crew on the microphone. Seth Kashanik from the Mississinewa football team. He's going to be teaming up with Ryan Scott from the middle school to do game number 2 action. Speaking of the Mississinewa football team, they travel to Alexandria tomorrow to end out the regular season against the Tigers. The following week, the Indians will travel to Frankfort for the opening round of sectional competition. Marion plays Delta in sectionals. They are in the same sectional as Mississinewa. A lot of Indian and Giant fans want to see that matchup in round number 2, so in order for that to happen, the Indians and the Giants both have to win in the first round. Here is a point for Lures, and they're up 22-19 in the second set. Timeout, Norwell. It's going to be a 60-second timeout. Lures 22, Lady Knights 19. We're back in 60 seconds on the Tribe Sports Network. Back at Mississinewa High School, and 22-19, Lures with the lead. Norwell's going to try to capitalize. Here's a little spike, and it's in. That was number 20. Where'd he go again? I think it was number 27, Catherine Napke. who got that point for Lures here, and it's 23-19 in the IHSAA Volleyball Sectional 23 first round game at Mississinewa. (23-20). Lures is looking to get their take the second set here. And here's a little set and a spike, but it's capitalized from Norwell. So far in the second set, Gabby North, Norwell's got a good read on her, and it's 24-20. We're down to the final point. Lures is going to try to move to 2-0 in the sets column, and they'll be looking for one more win. And if they win that third, and if Lures is to go on and win this set, they only have one more set to win, and then they will play Saturday morning at 10 a.m. against the winner of Marion and Belmont. That game is to follow this one. So let's see who's back to serve. That's number 10, Jelena Gerard. There's a set and a little spike from Norwell, but Lures is all over it. And here's a spike from North. Lures is going to go on and win the second set 25-20. Back with the third set will be Seth Koshanik. This is IHSAA Girls Volleyball Sectional 23 action live from Mississinewa High School.
We're back here at Mississinewa High School for the third set of Bishop Lures versus Norwell. This is Seth Koshanik with Timmy Scott here. Bishop Lures leads the sets 2-0. Number 11, Brianna Barger, back to serve. It goes out of bounds. Was it in? He rode and did the flag and it was out.
Nope, that was in bounds because it came back to this side.
Was it?
Yep.
Didn't see that. Good eye, Timmy.
Yep.
Hits the net. Number 10, Jelena Girod, back to serve. Spiked by number 8, Gracie Stoffenjagen.
Spiked by number 3, Amber Dallastrong.
I gotta see that. It's all tied up, 4-4.
Back to serve for Norwell is Lauren Lipp, number 2.
Point, Bishop Lures. Back to serve, number 25, but they're on here, so I don't know what their name is. It's 25.
Kennedy Hall, Norwell Knights.
Number 11, Madison Fraudenfield, back to serve. Bishop Lures point. Point Norwell.
Number 2 checked into the game. Norwell Knights, Lauren Lip. And she's back to serve.
Spiked by number 27, Catherine Kapnik. She scores for them. Point, Bishop Lures. .23 back to serve. Meadow Yokulet.
Checked in for Norwell Knights, number 6, Megan Detmer.
Point, Bishop Lures. They're up 10-6. Looking to win this last set. They play Saturday morning at 10. Point, Bishop Lures. Now they're up 11-6. Building momentum right now, hoping to win. Spike and score by Abby Leja.
Back to serve for Norwell Knights, number 15, Caitlin Weaker. Point, Norwell Knights.
Point, Bishop Lures. Number 6 back to serve, Abby Leja. Point, Bishop Lures. Abby Leja's serve hits the net. Point, Norwell.
Morgan Cameron on the ace again. Point, Norwell Knights.
Number 27, Catherine Kapnik, with a spike and a point. Now she's back to serve. And she hits the net.
Point Norwell Knights.
They're really losing momentum in the middle half of this set, aren't they, Tim?
Yes, they are, Seth.
Good save by number 11.